Hello everyone, Stephanie and Judy here from Sonlight. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to combine multiple students with Sonlight. Judy, can I teach all my students in one Sonlight level? How does that work?
Well, the simple answer to that is no, because obviously you would not want to teach an 11th grader the same materials that you're teaching a kindergartner. But the simple answer to that is also yes, because you can combine students who are within maybe 2 to 3 years of age or grade of one another. So sure you can. And what you're going to actually combine is specific subjects. So it won't be every subject, but it will be a number of them. So where you can combine is with what we call couch subjects. So couch subjects are just what they sound like. Those are subjects that you're going to do together sitting on the couch. Those are subjects like history and Bible and read alouds and science, and they're subjects where the goal is learning new information, so you can learn it together. The table subjects, which are, again, just what they sound like, those subjects that you'll do at the table, like language arts and spelling and math and handwriting, those are subjects that are all about building skill, and those are skill level specific or age or grade specific. So you really can't combine those because each of your students need one-on-one attention in those subjects.
Perfect. So how can I combine my students in the same subject? How does it work if my kids are between 2 and 2 years
of age? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing you do is pull out your Sonlight catalog. This is the easy way to figure it out. Pull out your Sonlight catalog, flip to one of the levels in there, and look for this handy list, this grade and age range that shows for every level of Sonlight. What you need to do is find every history, Bible, literature program that your students' ages and grade ranges fit in. So now you certainly have 2 options, maybe 3. Now you just need to decide what you want to study. Which time period in history do you want to study, or do your state regulations say you need to study? Once you've figured that out, then you're all set to go with teaching your multiple students, with the exception of you need to make sure that you get consumables for those extra students. And we'll talk about that in just a minute.
Yeah. So you will order the history, Bible, literature under the same, and then you'll look at their skill-based options for each age. So
Exactly.
history, Bible, literature, whatever you want, and then you'll pick.
You'll have one history, Bible, literature package for your students, one science package for your students, and then, like you said, you will have individual math programs, language arts programs, handwriting or spelling, depending on the level. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So what do I need for my second student? So I've ordered one history, Bible, literature package, and I've ordered each individual based on skill, which you can take a skill test or a
placement test.
Placement test, thank you.
Yes.
You can take a placement test, which is great. But then what do I need extra beyond that?
Yeah, so you can find those placement tests on our website. It's really easy. Just in that search box and up in the upper right-hand corner of the page, type in the word placement. And we have placement tests for all the different math programs we carry, for language arts, and for reading. So make sure you find those and make good use of those. But if you've already got your instructor's guide and your stuff's all put together, you've probably already done that. And so you don't have to worry about that. But if this is brand new to you, that's the first place you want to go. Consumables, those are the things that a student will use up, like workbook pages. So if you're going to teach 2 students science, or maybe you even have 2 kids who are reading on the same level, so you get them the same language arts. Both of those subjects have activity sheets in them. Those are consumable. Those are things that a student would use up. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a second set of activity sheets for the next child, or if you have 3 kids using it, you want to make sure you have a set of activity sheets for each child. Here's a tip just for free. If you're planning on reusing this program with a younger child, or maybe 2 or 3 younger children, I would recommend that you keep what I would call a clean copy of those activity sheets. Those activity sheets are reproducible. You have our permission to make copies of them for use within your own family. Can't share them, can't sell them, but you can use them within your own family. So if you keep a clean copy and 3 years down the road, you need to use this program again, you don't have to buy anything from us. You already have your instructor's guide. You have a clean copy of the activity sheets that you can make copies from. So good idea, make clean copies of the activity sheets. Some people also make a decision about a timeline book. Some families use one timeline book per family and they share it and enjoy working on it together. Some families prefer to have a timeline book per student, and that's great. Maybe you have a really creative student who wants to be able to decorate their timeline figures and add their personal touch. That's a really cool idea. So make sure you decide ahead of time how many timeline books you want, and if you decide to get one per student, just make sure you always order an extra set of timeline figures so that all of your kids have the figures to go in their timeline book. The other thing is some of our levels have a unique consumable item in that. For example, level A has what we call our Create a Calendar, where kids actually get to keep their own calendar and decorate it and use stickers in it. That's consumable. So if you're teaching 2 students in level A, they'll each need one of those. But our website is very clear about explaining to you what items are consumable, and so you will be sure to get those when you're combining your students in a history, Bible, literature, or science program.
Perfect. And so what are the benefits of combining?
Well, certainly right off the top, it saves you time. If I don't have to teach 2 science lessons a day or 2 history lessons a day or 2 Bible lessons a day, imagine the time I'm going to save. And of course, you're going to save money, because if I don't have to buy 2 history, Bible, literature packages, I'm saving money as well. But I think one of the best parts about combining your students together is the relationship that gets built. When you learn together, you get to know one another better, and you forge a relationship between you and your students, one with another, that just can't be beat. And I'm here to tell you, as a retired homeschool mom, those relationships last.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Judy. See you next time.